Ugh. Oh. I'm sorry I worried you. You're the one who gave me the stone for the old clock. Thank you. Now, I remember everything, Kotaro. You're still a crybaby. Well, I managed to bring her back, but she's still unconscious. I have to get her to the clinic. Yes, this is Officer Mochizuki. Sorry, I was performing search and rescue in the forest. The missing middle school girl is currently unconscious. Rescue's delayed due to flooding. Oh no. Yes. The villagers are... Are they actually helping out this time and not like being cowards and being like, oh no, it's the rain! You know, I don't know. They're like, because nobody wants to help during a rain. You're like, oh no, rain, it's too scary. If you're good at heavy lifting, then step on up. Let's show them what the Village Youth Organization's got. Once we get through, send the old clock to the archive. If you got time to work, then if you got time to talk, then get to work. Hey, you came here for training, right? Right. Everyone, watch your step. I see. So the villagers... Yes, I understand. Okay, so they're helping out, like moving the rubble out of the way? Because it's being blocked, I guess? From the actual, like, rescue team, maybe? Officer Mochizuki? Miyako, you're awake. Don't worry. The villagers are clearing the road for the rescue team. Where's Shiori? We have to go help Shiori. No, I can't let you go. I'm fine, I have to get Shiori. How do you plan on getting to the forest now? I have an idea. When I was unconscious, they made sure my whispers could be heard from the archive to lure out Shiori. How does that work? What? I'm sure the archive's connected to the forest somehow. Please, Officer Mochizuki, you have to believe me. I believe you. You remembered our promise. Yeah. Let's get out of the forest. Don't worry, we can make it out. Kotaro. Just have a nice little stroll after, you know, all the dead children strewn about. My promises that split in two finally came back as one. Come, my child. Calling. She's calling me. I won't let you go, I won't. We need to go. So why won't my legs move? I'll take you away. From this hellish world. From this world of sadness. So come back into the comfort of my womb. I don't want to be in your womb. Weak voices in my head. She's coming. Don't worry. I have a luminous stone sword. She can't get too close. My sweet, sweet child. I'm your mother. No more sorrow or pain. I'll protect you forever. So join them in my womb. And love me. You have to come back. Kotaro. Thank you, Kotaro. So this was what it's like to remember the promise with a taking spirit. The taking spirit's voice wasn't scary, it was so sweet I could melt. It sounded so familiar. Let's go, Kotaro. I can't stay here. And thus Kotaro becomes Zoro from One Piece, you know, putting his sword in his mouth. That's how it works, right? Hey, Kotaro. The taking spirit talked about our promise. It's because of that promise that you can't speak anymore. Even if I get out of the forest, your voice won't come back, will it? Isn't there anything we can do to fix it? How the hell should I know? You know, I don't know how this works. Freaking like weird supernatural ghost mommy curse. Like how would I know, bro? Let's just go. What's wrong, Kotaro? Oh, is it about the necklace? I had a feeling. Am I right? Actually, every time I encountered a ghost in the forest, one of the necklace's stones broke. And now they're all broken. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. By the way, that sword. It's made from luminous stone, isn't it? It's glowing a little. Did you make it? And the necklace too. That's amazing, Kotaro. That's why you could fix the stone from my parents' clock for me. It's just like you said all those years ago. Even when I forgot you, you were still working hard. Well, it's time to go. We shouldn't be reminiscing when we should just be leaving, I feel like. I won't let you go. See? I told you. Close. I found you, my adorable child. Ah! Run. This way. Come this way. Goo goo gaga. Kotaro, I don't really get it, but let's follow that ghost child. There's a cave that can get us out of the forest. Alright. Rock. The luminous stone is starting to fade. Come to me. Come back where it's warm and safe, back into my womb. You know, you just stop. Stop saying that. Weird ghost. It'll be fine, just hold on. You can't hide from me. Come on out. I'll love you. And you can love me. Love me. Love me. Huh? I can't hear the voice anymore. Kotaro, what happened? I drove it off just a little. Good, that's why the voice disappeared. Kotaro! You're hurt. Your arm's bleeding. Did the taking spirit do this? I fell on my way back, you know, I just fell on... You know, it's what's that like... A funny excuse in anime where it's like, oh, you know, like someone's getting beat up and it's like, oh, actually, I just fell off the stairs. Don't worry about it. You know, I just kind of tripped. That's all. What? But this injury can't just be from falling. Oh, you really did fall. I'm sorry. You did all that for me. Kotaro, come here. It's not much, but this should stop the bleeding. Now, I've always wondered about that, you know, when you do first aid, like, technically, whenever you cover a wound, it needs to be sanitized. Like, you can't just use any old thing. Because if you just wrap it around like a, you know, some kind of cloth that's already been used, then doesn't it make the infection worse? I don't know. Anyway, my sword won't work much longer. We have to hurry, or she'll come for you. Her voice was so alluring, but I almost thought all the children she ate must have been happy. They just all loved being bored. No, I'm too scared to hear her voice anymore. Kotaro, I can walk now. You can put me down now. Daga kotowaru. I disagree. There's more water than there was earlier. I wonder how the well is. Oh no, can't go. Oh. Don't tell me, it's flooded. The water level's too high. We can't go any further in. Kotaro, it's too dark and dangerous to swim. Let's look for another way. I knew it. You killed that snake. And now I can see. But that's not important. I want to save my mother. So please, bring her here. I'm sure you too can do it. Koto, that was a child from earlier, right? That child's different from the other ghosts. Let's go check out the other side. We don't have anywhere else to go. Are you sure you can? I was running over here. I was worrying about this ladder. But this ladder is secured with rope. Can you cut it with your sword? Okay, then I get down. Ladder obtained. Congratulations. You have got ladder. If you put the ladder down here, you might be able to make it. A little flimsy, I feel like. This is pretty risky. Crossing looks scary. Do you want me to go first? Okay, but be careful. The wobbling's scary. Oh, Kotaro, so you're scared too. How about we don't talk in the middle of, on the ladder? I don't know, anyway. What's this? It's locked and won't open. Strange. Is that shiny thing a luminous stone? If it is, you might be safe here. You're right, we're not safe. Why are there so many doors? We're underground. Huh? This room smells like my parents' old clock and the archive. The well was connected to the back of the archive, so maybe. Well, I'm assuming this is connected to the well that we saw before, right? The other well? Because there was the well we found on the right side. There was another one in the basement. Look around first. A thick book. Why are the pages weirdly glued together like this? I don't know. An old diary? 11th of something. My grandchild made a promise with the spirit. I should have been stricter, but it's too late now. Is this for never taking prayers seriously? But that young boy promised the spirit with her. Nobody knows this, but that boy comes from a line of stonemasons. That means... why does this have to happen? I erased my grandchild Shiori's memories. It may be a side effect of the procedure, but that once lively child is now absent-minded and completely silent. Shiori probably even forgot about that note that the boy gave her. After seeing my old doctor friend, I talked to Kenji Midori about the future. 19th. After we talked, we decided Kenji's family would leave the village, and I would go back to being the village guardian. As for the young boy, Kotaro Suga, I will take him in. I want to hate him, but he's so earnest and kind that I feel bad for him. For a child who used to cry so much, he hasn't cried once since that day. However, that earnesty will surely cause him pain in the future. But I'm getting old. I have to start thinking about what happens after I die. This is my grandpa's diary. What's it doing down here? What's wrong, Kotaro? I don't know if I should read this. Of course it's alright. He raised you too. Turn to another page. The 5th. Kotaro said, I'm not going to high school, and I yelled at him. How long does he plan on continuing to sacrifice himself? Maybe it's because I haven't been feeling well, but I just can't stop worrying. I think the tradition of the village guardian will end with my generation. I don't even think it would be a bad idea to hand this land over to the town hall and let them build a resort or whatever they want. My life was full of sacrifices, and yet I wasn't able to save a single thing. But as long as Shiori is safe, and as long as Kotaro can walk his own path, all I ask for is happiness for both my granddaughter and my non-blood related grandson. Hey, Kotaro. If we get out of here safely, can you tell me about my grandpa? I mean, obviously, yeah, that just kind of confirms the whole backstory with her grandfather and everything. I was gonna say though, I mean, yeah, she asked like, what's this place doing here? It's like, this is his man cave, I guess. You know, this is where he goes to, like, relax. I don't know, like, play video games. If video games existed back then. I mean, did they? I don't know what year this game is supposed to take place in. I don't know how far the technology was ahead of, of its time. But anyway, there's an old document on the bookshelf. It's written many years ago. Further in these tunnels is a secret weapon that can erase the horror of the forest. Oh. The Kanzakis don't have any supernatural powers. All we do is rely on the stones. But we were the ones who found the true site for the salvation ritual. But will the day it's ready ever come? Something important is missing. If I force the ritual as things are, things will only get worse. That actually makes me feel better. I knew my family didn't have any supernatural powers. But what's the secret weapon that can erase the horror of the forest? Does this have anything to do with the talking spirit, or rather the taking spirit, not talking? I mean, it talks, but that's not its main feature. Also, apparently the Kanzakis have no supernatural powers. Then what's with the erasing of of memory thing? That sounds like a supernatural power to me. Or is it really really is the device from Men in Black? They just happen to have it. There's a notebook with something written in it. I've seen through the darkness. Nothing is tainted there. But knowing that and not doing anything might make me the most tainted of all. This is terrifying. All of it. This handwriting is Dad's. In the archive, I read something in Dad's shaky handwriting too. He's usually so cheerful. What happened to make him write like this? I'm sure Dad knew the truth about the taking spirit. I guess that's it. I think we looked at everything. Look at this. Light is leaking in faintly from above. This might be connected to the archive. If the well is connected, this place should be close by too. But it's pretty high up. Too high for even that ladder. And this place feels kind of strange. I want to look around here some more. Oh, it kind of already did, but... Kotaro, this place really is... Yeah. You think there's something off too, huh? That child in the forest just now. I think this is the place he was talking about. But I don't think we'll find out anything else here. What should we do? I guess all we can do is yell for help. Help! Officer Mochizuki might be up there. Hello? Is anyone there? If anyone's there, please respond. Hello? I'm sure it'll be fine. Kotaro, you don't have to worry. Kotaro, you have always been protecting me, right? So don't worry. We'll make it home safely today, too. It's okay. You can cry if you're scared. I promise to protect you, too. Well, now that's decided, it's time to yell louder. Oh, you're yelling a little bit too loud. Trying to run. I won't let you. I won't let you. Breaking your promise again. My head's going to explode. Taking Spirit's voice is here. She's mad. She's so mad. She's molding. She's seething. No. Mother, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This can't be happening. She's coming. Kotaro? No, you can't go that way right now. No, you can't go. Oh yeah, how about I stab you? Why? Kotaro. Wait! No, you can't! Please! Kotaro! The door is stuck and won't open. But don't worry, he'll just deflect it and parry all the ghost moves. It's fine. No, this can't be happening. Kotaro, don't do this to me. I have to yell for help. I have to, quickly! Can I look around first? Can I look at this book again? That's a thick book. Alright, never mind. Hello? Is anyone there? If anyone's there, please respond. Hello, anyone? Please. Someone. Help. Hello? We're down here. We can't get out. Someone, anyone. Please, anyone right here. Anyone. Hello? Anyone? I found you. Shiori! Shiori, there you are. Hold on. We're gonna get you out of there. Where's Kotaro? Shiori? Hey, are you okay? I'm assuming... Because I remember Miyoko and the officer were talking about how to, you know, find the connection to the forest. I think they found the basement, so I think that was them. Anyway. After that, Officer Mochizuki and Miko got me out of there and I fainted. When I woke up, I was in a hospital bed in the city, far away from Azakawa Village. Everything felt so surreal. I was so confused about everything that they wouldn't let me leave the hospital. I'm sure they thought I was crazy. I was discharged 2 weeks later. When I called Officer Mochizuki, he said that even though Kotaro was with me on the ground, he was never found. The search was immediately called off. I'm sorry. I could hear his voice trembling. Even over the phone, his voice was full of anger and confusion. Right before we could hang up, The phone was taken from Officer Mochizuki, and I heard Miko's voice. The stone was broken, and now the taking spirit can leave the forest. So you can't come back to the village. Never come back! The voice was firm and very serious. And that's when I hung up the phone. I could hear a voice calling for me. It was almost like it was eating away at my heart. I couldn't get it out of my head. Come, come. Come to my pond in the forest. Come, come, come. You can join him inside my womb. Let's all have fun in my giant womb. You know, it's like a bouncy castle, you see. With no pain and no suffering. I put down the medicine the doctor gave me. I got pulled in toward the voice. Am I even making my own decisions anymore? I couldn't stop and headed to the voice. I ignored her plea and broke his promise. What is he doing now? He's probably sleeping in her arms. If only I could be in her arms too. Just thinking that makes my heart ache and fills me with such warmth. It's time to go back. Back to that awful place. And right now, I'm sitting on a train, bound for Azakawa Village. Hey, that's kind of like, it's funny because that's how the game started. Of course, that's probably the bad ending. I know the game has multiple endings. I wonder what I missed. Probably, I mean, I feel like there's a few hints. But I guess we'll see. Well, let's see. Is there like a post-credit scene? Oh, here you go. Alright, so I got ending 5, a promise broken, a promise fulfilled. Not the best. Not the best at all. Hey, added to bookmarks. Alright, so that's probably the worst ending? I'm not sure. I don't know if that's the absolute worst ending, but it seems like it. But let's see if we can get a better one. But there is a secret branch apparently where you have to do it from the very beginning of the game, which is kind of sucky because then you have to restart from the very beginning. Yeah. Oh well. Anyway. All right. Let me get the early bad ending. So wow, so many save files. Woo! All right. So what happens if we? Well, you know, let's not open this photo album. Actually, don't worry about it. I don't think I should look at this album for a while. There's just too much on my mind already. I can't afford to be sentimental. I'll be on my own starting tomorrow. I feel so tired suddenly. I'll go to my room and sleep for now. I'll have to live on my own from now on. Everything just happens so fast. All I can do is sleep, like I'm trying to pretend it didn't happen. The next day, I gave up trying to clean my parents' room. One day, when I opened the door to my parents' room, I noticed that the clock had stopped moving. But just like with that photo album, I just let it be. I don't have many memories of my childhood. That album might contain memories that are precious to me, but I don't have the courage to open it anymore. Days and months passed before I knew it. I started being able to pretend like I was alright in front of my friends and everyone else I knew. But still feels like there's a gaping hole in my heart, which I've quietly locked away. Just like with that photo album, I don't have the courage to open it. And I'm not sure I'll ever will. Book N, a door left closed, and thus we became a normie. You know, and simply did not bother going through the game. Alright, so obviously that's an ending. There's another one as well, it's very similar, supposedly. I think so anyway. It's another early bad ending. It involves, I think... So you have to interact with Officer Mochizuki. How about I give you a ride? Alright, so you have some choices here. I'm going to say no. Daga, kotowaru. Are you sure? But where are you headed? Well, I'm looking for this place. The Azakawa Village archive. What brings you there? Huh? This is an archive. Don't tell me you were going to a place you knew nothing about. It's pretty far from here. Are you sure you don't want to ride? Well, if you really don't want one, I won't push any further. The roads get pretty dark at night, so be careful out there. There's just something not quite right out there. I turned him down. But now I know. This address is for an archive. No use worrying. I better head out and take a look. We're just gonna walk there. Like, we didn't even need to, like, wait so long for the bus, and yet we're just gonna walk there anyway. Finally, I made it. The sun went down, it's practically pitch black out. But somehow I found a sign and made my way here. It really is an archive now. But the old man in the picture can't be running this place, right? Oh, okay, there's a choice here. Let's stay away. I should just leave for now. It's so dark, it'd be scary if I actually found anyone. Yeah, let's go home. Who cares? I'm just gonna head home. Bye. Somehow I kinda feel like a thief sneaking around. You're the girl from the station earlier. We got a call from the archive. Sounded different than usual, like there was an actual intruder. So it was you. I thought you seemed suspicious when I saw you back at the station. This is a misunderstanding, Then you can explain yourself at the police station. Alright. Well, you may have your reasons, but you should still open up and be honest with people, you know? I think I really would end up giving you a ride. I was then taken to the police station. The officer I spoke with recognized that it was a misunderstanding. He even went through the trouble of contacting the archive to explain. However, when the caretaker finally replied, "Don't let her anywhere near here again," was all he had to say. I'll admit my actions were rash and very selfish. As I reflected on my actions, I felt incredibly embarrassed at myself. I understand. I'm so sorry for all the trouble I've caused. With those words, I quietly left the village. From that point on, I began hiding my emotions from others and myself, putting on a cold front for days and weeks on end. Before long, summer vacation was over, and sometime later I joined the workforce. But every summer I think to myself, what if I acted differently back then? At first, I felt tormented about regret over what happened. But as life goes on, it's hard to keep thinking about every what if. Summer will always come. Next year, next, and the one after. Hey, Shiori, let's go to Saipan this summer. Sure, I'll go. The answer I gave my coworker felt like a sham. I'm still turning a blind eye to what's important, but it's too late to do anything about it. There will probably never come a day where I'll set foot in that village again. Bookend. Husk of a brief summer. Added the bookmarks. Okay, so that's an early bad end. It's very specific though. It's like you have to reject the first time the police officer offers you a ride, and then, you know, leave at the first opportunity you get. It's like a very specific way to do that. But you can get that ending. I think there's another ending we get here. Let's see. I think it involves... Let's see. Pages are all glued together, can't be opened. I think it'll rip off if I force it. But why is it like this? This part looks like it might come loose. I'm curious, should I just rip it apart? Just do it already. You know, it's like I have to interact with it like 5 million times. Alright, rip it apart. Rip and tear until it is done. I opened the book to find that a part had been hollowed out. There's a key in the hole. A worn out key. Oh, there you go. What do we do with that key? I don't know. Let's see. So we have that key now. So let's go back. Yeah, let's go over here. Because, yeah, we saw this before and it was locked. We have the key. What is this place? It's filled with water. It doesn't look like the water's been changed, but it looks strangely clean. Okay. What's on the left? There's an old art book among the antiques. Kotaro decided it wasn't helpful, quickly closed it and put it on the desk. There's no document on the bookshelf. She made the forest a forbidden place, but how exactly was she taken captive? While researching my ancestors, I came across a book about a man who went mad for another man's wife. Taking that into account, I believe, the woman we were told was a sinner was actually falsely accused. And from the grudge she held, she became a vengeful ghost, the taking spirit. A grudge like hers cannot be purified through any means. Right, I mean, kind of already knew that in a way, because, you know, the story about her was, you know, incorrect. A false accusation. If that's true, you know, a ghost child in the forest prison showed me what I think was the taking spirit's past. If she really was falsely accused, that's so terrible. There's no document. The village claims that luminous stones are used to ward off evil, but that's not entirely correct. Luminous stones are really used to erase memories. When a stone touches a vengeful ghost, the ghost disappears along with the stone. Now, was the ghost exorcised by the stone, or did it move on? I'm not sure if I feel like that's a typo, but... Or did it just move on, or I don't know. Neither. The stone erased the memories of the dead. The dead wander, unable to reach the afterlife. What was erased was the grudge itself. What a cruel and terrifying thing these luminous stones can do. Okay, well that, I guess that explains what, you know, how her memories were erased. I was wondering about that, because it seemed just like a, you know, superpower. You just do it, I guess, magic. But no, I guess that's what the stones actually do. I see. That's how I lost my memories. Kotaro, you don't have to be upset. So like, if he uses this stone katana to like hit people with, they lose memories. Like, you just induce amnesia to everybody you fight. A mask that looks like a demon. A mask that looks like a woman and a ghost. The woman chased by the demon soon became a ghost, but one of the fragments needed to return her to the underworld is missing. The demon is trapped in desire, unable to move on. Here lies the only means of return. Here are the final chains that imprison her. Oh, document again. Why were the Kanzakis revered as village guardians? She was married off, but the taking spirit was Tsuyu, the daughter of the Kanzaki family. At the time, the villagers must have known this. So why? There was no one who could stop Tsuyu except her older brother. That is true. At the same time, however, the guilt the villagers felt regarding the Kanzaki family could not be ignored. They knew perfectly well that Tsuyu's husband was falsely accused of that crime. The fact that they had caused this entire thing horrified them from the bottom of their hearts. That's when it happened. The Kanzaki family was given the honorable position of the village guardian. at the base of the mountain, given the horrid name of Rising Demon. The Kanzakis were tasked with keeping watch over the taking spirit for all of eternity. So Grandpa left behind documents like this too. Now that I think about it, Dad hated the position of village guardian. I was a child, so I didn't really understand. You know, so it's more about like protecting the secret more so than protecting the village itself. Maybe, I don't know, anyway. It's another little documents. Enshrined deep in these tunnels are the remains of the fetus who was to be the taking spirit's eldest son. He used a secret weapon that can call out the taking spirit. I placed him on the center of the pedestal. All that's left is to summon the taking spirit. The taking spirit holds a grudge because her eldest son was killed in her womb. If she reunites with him, she will surely move on. But this plan is missing two important things. The eldest son's bones are not complete. There's one fragment still missing. Many years have passed for the taking spirit. Now she can't even recognize him. If I can find that bone fragment, purify it, and return it to the other remains, the taking spirit will surely recognize him again. There's one last thing to be done, terrifying as it may be. In order to lure out the taking spirit, the luminous stone outside must be destroyed. The pedestal is lined with luminous stones, but nothing like this has ever been done. It's terrifying and there's no room for error. I feel like I just learned a lot. I think the taking spirit's Suyo's husband was falsely accused of stealing rice, and they were punished. Her husband was executed, and Suyo had her dignity taken in prison. On top of that, her unborn baby was taken from her. She died holding that grudge, and came to the village as a vengeful ghost. And her brother probably drove her off. He felt responsible. Because he achieved that, we, the Kanzakis, were revered as the village guardians. But we just borrowed the stones' powers. We don't have any of our own. We had to live near the forest for hundreds of years. But I'm sure my ancestors felt responsible for creating the taking spirit. Hey, you don't think we can take the coffin to the taking spirit, do you? That won't work. The rim of the pedestal is lined with luminous stones. I think it was made in case she doesn't move on? Okay, that's a weird, like, localization. I feel like they translate that weirdly. I don't know. Like, I think they mean, like she doesn't move on, you know? Or she doesn't reach enlightenment, I guess? Or, you know, the thing, like, the typical trope where, like, a ghost moves on after their grudge, you know, disappears or whatever. I think that's what they mean, but, like, it's just weirdly worded. I don't know. Anyway, I guess, you know, I guess you would just read it as, I think it was made in case she doesn't move on when she saw her child. Or when she sees her child, I guess. If it doesn't work, the luminous stones will get rid of the taking spirit. Oh, it's very well thought out. It does make me feel safer. But for some reason, I still have mixed feelings about this. I heard the words she whispered to me. She said, "I'll love you," and "love me." She would repeat that so many times. But after regaining my memories, I realized that love shouldn't have to be demanded. Mrs. Umimoto, the old lady, said young kids need their parents, but it's because Mom and Dad accepted my love that I was able to feel love back. But the taking spirit had any chance of that taken away from her, to love and be loved. She's trying to do both on her own. So I don't know if she'll move on even if you bring her to their child. If she doesn't, we'll just be erasing her memories. I'm standing here grateful to have my memories back, so doing that to her feels a little cruel. I don't know, she's like a weird vengeful spirit. I mean, come on, Shiori. She's not like us, okay? Can we really do something so selfish? She's not even alive. She's undead. She's a horrible undead abomination, okay? No, but I'm sure both Taking Spirit and her child just want to be together. I know she holds a grudge. Okay, translation is like disintegrating here. I don't know. They kind of got like, I don't know, sloppy at the end here. But you know, I know she holds a grudge. But I don't think anyone ever gave a single thought to her. A promise broken, her child taken. It must have been difficult for her. Hey, Kotaro? What if this is the missing bone fragment of her child? If it is, we have to return it, don't we? Maybe. If we can reunite them without erasing her memories, she might actually be at peace. Let's try it. Okay. The bone fragment. Wait, we have a bone fragment? Oh, we do. I don't remember this bone fragment. I think it was... Oh, I don't remember exactly. Was it like when we freed Miyako from the snake? Or no, it was when Miyako was captured by the snake, right? I don't know. I don't remember exactly, but I think it was around that time. So there you go. We learned about the ritual to, like, you know, defeat the Taking Spirit, I guess. So we just do that. There's an old coffin. Alright, we have to purify the fragment before putting it back. Oh, hold on. I have to, I guess, maybe use this? Wash the fragment, you know, purify. It just means, you know, do the laundry, I guess. Small fragment was purified. Return the fragment. Okay, I'm gonna put it in. Goo goo gaga. Thank you. You two really came here. So, who are you? Me? I'm Mother's child who was never born. But now Mother will finally realize it's me. Before now my body wasn't complete. But you found the last piece and brought it back to me. You know, very eloquent. You know, like very like, I don't know what the word is, but you know, you can speak complete sentences despite not being born. You know, that's amazing. Did you just, I guess, spend your free time just like learning and studying, you know, language, I guess, while you were unborn? I don't know, how's that work? You know, what are the logistics? Is there like ghost school? Do you go to ghost school? Anyway, now Mother can finally see me. So please, bring my mother to me. Reunite me with my loving mother. But if she doesn't move on, her memory will... Kotaro, we can't keep that from him. It's okay. I already know that. But it's okay. I'm sure once my mother sees me, we can be at peace together. But if that doesn't happen, I'm prepared for what will happen. It's very mature for like a negative, you know, age baby. The luminous stones erase everything. Then are you sure that's what you want to do? I was called by your mother. Your mother was taking children into her womb, offering no pain or sadness. She must have lived a painful life to want to do that. Erasing her memories will put an end to it, but are you sure? The one who hurt Mother is already gone. The bad man who tricked her. And the snake who scared her. Everyone's already gone. But Mother is still always in pain. And the children like me, we suffered these sad memories for hundreds of years. When you die, you return to the cycle and move on. You forget the now and just move on. Mother and the rest of us, we can't do that. We just drift along forever in this sad world. Please help us. Ah yes, isn't this... Well, I don't know, it's in a lot of religions, I guess, but, you know, it's kind of like Buddhism in a way, but I guess... Well, isn't the main religion in Japan like Shintoism or something like that? Well, it's kind of like a mix, you know, because of like, foreign powers visiting Japan in ancient times. But anyway, but you know, like reincarnation, right? Is the idea. Anyway, I don't want her to do any more bad things. So please, bring my mother to me. Then I'll take care of the rest. I don't think Mother knows yet. Doesn't know that I love her. She and I are the same. You two don't need to suffer. I know he'll be okay. To reunite mother and child, we have to destroy the stone outside. Let's do it, Kotaro. We have to help them move on. You wait here. Huh? Why? Are you planning on going by yourself? Breaking the luminous stone will cost me my sword. You'll be in more danger. But you'll be in danger too, Kotaro. You're the one who's being targeted by the taking spirit. But this is the only way. Okay. Kotaro. Kotaro broke the luminous stone outside. Good. Both you and your sword are safe. My sweet, sweet child. Hurry, hurry and come to me. Kotaro. Goo goo gaga. Always making those baby sounds every time the spirit is summoned. Mother. 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 We're finally together. My boy. You're my boy. Ah. It's you, my boy. My sweet, sweet boy, finally. Finally. Oh, she took a shower, now her hair isn't all wild. I finally found you, my boy. It must have been painful and difficult. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Mother. My beloved mother. Let's go home together, to the next life together. They were reunited, mother and child. We should go now. I think the taking spirit's fine now. Psych! Get pranked! No, 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 you can't go! Mother, 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 you are our mother! We won't let you go anywhere. You're the one who killed us! No, this can't be. Kotaro! What do we do? This is all because I tried to fix things! Run! Mother! Mother! They're eating Mother! No, no! Just run! You two have to hurry out of here. No, but... run! Or else you'll be next. Nom 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 nom. Just having a big dinner. Why? Why did it end up like this? Where are you going? You're going to join us as our big sister. I hear voices. The children, they're calling me. Yeah, I get it now. It's because I did that. Time to kill all the younglings. Again, to kill them all. Scary, so scary. We don't want you here. You're so scary. Give her. Get out. Get out. Get out of here. Get out. Hey, is anyone out there? That's Officer Mochizuki's voice. Oh, that was... Yeah, okay, that's the officer. I thought it was like Miyako or something. Kotaro, let's go! Here, we're in here. Shiori, you really are down there. Officer Mochizuki, hurry! We have to get them out of there! Yeah, I'm on it. Are you two alright? Yes. Officer Mochizuki, hurry! Shiori's in danger. Alright, I'll get somebody to pull you up. We were able to escape the forest safely. But no matter how much time passes, I still hear their screams echoing in my ears. Innocent but cruel voices, different from hers. I hear them in my ears, in my mind. Then Miko told me, "Now it's the children who are calling for you. They said they want you and call from deep in the forest. But they're scared of the caretaker and won't come out of the forest." When I saw how pale Miko's face was, I knew it was true. Then when the investigation was over, Kotaro and I made a new promise. Never come to this village again. Our new promise. To keep the ghosts of the children contained, he will always remain in that archive, while I had to stay far, far away. I tried to refuse, but Kotaro just wouldn't listen. It's just going back to the way it was. After he passed me that note, he wouldn't write anything else. I feel helpless, and with no other choice, I started to head home. This village, what happened in the forest, and Kotaro, will never ever forget them. If I hadn't done that, if I hadn't tried to erase the Taking Spirit's memories, she and her child wouldn't have to have met such a horrible end. I would never not regret that. Then Kotaro took on the responsibility for all of it. I was so shallow and so helpless. I can never come to this village again. All I can do is hope that Kotaro, who's now all alone in the archive, can at least live peacefully. Okay. It's not the best ending, but, you know, at least we lived. That's great, right? Alright, ending 3, Promise Watchmen. Kinda sad, because, you know, they stay away from each other, but, you know, they lived. And we really can't send letters, you know? Like, I don't know why we can't simply send letters. We can't send, like, letters to each other? Come on. Anyway. Added to the bookmarks. Another ending to the collection. Alright. So, fun enough, that's ending 3. It's kind of weird, because I feel like that fit better was ending 4. But in order to branch to the other endings and also get ending 4, we would have to reload the earlier part. So let's go back. Alright, so we're back in control of Kotaro. I think there's a little thing we can go. Or a little thing we can do is to go over here. There's a sign that says danger, cliff ahead. I mean, let's go. I feel like the only hint the game gives you is like a flashback that happens after this section, you know? So it's like retroactive. I feel like most players wouldn't know the check here yet until they actually beat the game already, you know? But there's a little section over here. Back, you know, I guess to just contextualize this part, this is when it was our, what was it? I can't remember now. It was after Shiori, you know, Shiori, I guess, was captured by the spirit, right? And Kotaro is like going to save her and everything. Old documents written by generations of stonemasons. Among them is one document particularly old. For some reason, every time I read this, I get the chills. Okay, interesting. So Kotaro has been here before, actually. And, you know, it's been implied already that he works with accessories, I guess. And I think it's been confirmed that he's from a family of stonemasons, right? So that's why he has the skills to, like, make a weird stone katana. You know, that's the origin of that. And other things, I guess. It's old, it has some difficult words, but I think that's what it says. Every luminous stone on this mountain was created by my touch. Surely this will grant me my forgiveness. Saving that woman was what started everything. Since the day she rejected me, even after I saved her life, I've wanted her. I've hated her, and I can't forgive her. Because of that woman, I committed terrible deeds. She's the evil one. I know she's the evil one. I will not admit to any sin, so I must erase everything and start anew. So why do I always hear her whispering of her severe grudge against me? With this, I was sure the snake would forgive me. But if it had, my soul would not be cursed like this. My warped, cursed soul. I've committed no sin. Everything will disappear. Okay, interesting. So is this the writings of the person who accused, you know, the taking spirit originally? Some more old documents. There was once a man known as a stone guardian. He was the first luminous stone mason. He was the real creator of the luminous stones. He committed a number of unspeakable sins, but since he feared that his crimes would be discovered, he prayed to the snake god who was once said to govern this forest. The answer to his prayer were luminous stones. It is said that just by touching a stone, he could turn it into a luminous stone. Okay, that's the origin of the glowing stones. It's like the Midas touch, except it's the luminous touch. It may be hard to believe, but luminous stones only exist on this mountain. He used those stones to erase memories. All luminous stone masons somewhere in their family history are related to him. Stones refined by someone of a different bloodline will lose their light, break, and have no effect. And whether it is a curse on the bloodline of the man who received the snake god's blessing, or the price of refining such a strange stone, I cannot say, but luminous stonemasons die at a young age. Anyone who refines luminous stones must be prepared. Oh, okay, he's just gonna freaking die, I guess. Are the stones radioactive? You know, it's like, does it just give you cancer? I don't know. Maybe. And it also mentions like a snake god, so that's where the weird snake creature that captured Miyako is, I guess. I was wondering, you know, what the freaking snake thing was. It just came out of nowhere. Let's see. Books about trinkets and finding minerals. There's another book written by an old stonemason. What does it say? It is said that stones absorb people's thoughts, but hardly any stones like that exist. However, luminous stones do just that. And because of that, these stones have the power to make people forget. The more thought the stonemason puts into it, the stronger the effect the stone holds. I'm sure that will give these stones a strong protective power that can protect people from the threats of this terrible forest. A refined luminous stone that has been stored carefully. A polished luminous stone. I made this one recently. I got a nice stone. Amazing. So that's important. So we need that. That's a key item. And now I guess we just have to go through the game once again. Oh yeah, there's the last thing that the grandpa says, like, all I ask is for happiness for both my granddaughter and my non-blood related grandson. You know, it's like, but he's not blood related though. I specifically mentioned that. You know, like, I don't know. That sounds so cold. I think it's it's the translation. It just feels too literal. I feel like a better way to say this would be my adopted grandson, right? And like, it makes more sense to say adopted grandson. Because if you say non-blood related, it just feels weird. It feels like passively aggressive for some reason. Like, it's so clinical to say that. And, you know, you wouldn't say that to your, you know, whether or not it's a grandson or like son or whatever. My non-blood related, totally, you know, he's not related to my family at all, grandson. You know, it's like, what? Huh? Huh? Is this a luminous stone? You want me to have it? Luminous stones are for protection and purification. No, hey, Kotaro, if you want me to have this, what are you planning on doing? The polished luminous stone is glowing bluish-white in Kotaro's hand. Okay, here you go. So there's a choice here. So this is after Kotaro gets the luminous stone, in this kind of like timeline, you know, in a way. And you have a choice whether to accept it or refuse it after, you know, after the taking spirit attacks. Sure, let's accept it. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the gift, bro. Aren't these worth, like, a lot? You know, I think it was mentioned before. Sure, let's just take this and, like, get out of here and sell it for a lot of dollars, for millions of dollars. And set for life. You really want me to take this? Okay. But in return, you can't leave. Stay here with me. I accepted the luminous stone. Kotaro? Kotaro, why? No, you can't. The door is stuck and won't open. No, you can't do this, Kotaro. You can't give me the stone and leave. I just promised to protect you. Help. I have to yell for help. Hurry. I have to hurry and save Kotaro. Okay, so this is very similar to ending 5, it seems like, except we have a shiny rock, you know, in our pockets, so at least there's that. Hello? Is anyone there? If anyone's there, please respond. Hello? Anyone? Hello? Please! Tasukete! Tasukete! What is it? Tasukete in Japanese? The yell for help? We can't get out. Someone, anyone, hello? Anyone right here? Anyone? There you are. Hold on. We're gonna get you out of there. Where's Kotaro? I see. I'll go have a look. You head up first. Miyuko's waiting at the top. Don't worry, just go. Then Officer Mochizuki went to look for Kotaro, but he couldn't find him anywhere. All he found broken in the ground was his luminous stone sword. After that, some others looked for him, but the search was immediately called off. Kotaro never came back. Then one dreadful day, his body was found. Oh, interesting. Huh. So, again, this is very similar to ending 5, but it never confirmed that they found his body. It's very rare to find the body of someone who is lost in the forest. I vividly remember those words, whispered during his funeral. After days and days of staying with his ashes, Miko said something to me. She's still looking for you. Quick, you have to leave the village. Go far away before she gets you. Then forget the forest, the villagers, and everything. Forget everything. That luminous stone you have wants to protect you, Shiori. I can hear both the taking spirit and that luminous stone, so... Please, let that stone protect you. Let it grant Kotaro's wish. Shortly after that, I went home. I'll never be able to see him again. And now, I have to forget everything. About the forest, about the village, I spent so many days just trying to forget. But whenever it rains, just for a second, I hear it. That repulsive voice haunts my ears. Hum. When that happens, I clench the luminous stone Kotaro gave me and go to sleep. When I do that, the voice fades away. He's protecting me. He's dead, and he's still protecting me. He left behind a promise, and he kept it. Whenever I think about that, a relentless, heavy coldness presses down on my chest. I took everything from him. For the rest of my life, I'll have to live with this feeling. It will never end. Our last moment is forever in my mind. Well, I guess she hates rain now, you know? I mean, I never liked rain. I know some people really like rain because it's peaceful and all that. I don't know. I feel like it's because people are inside when it rains. I just don't like rain. Like it just reminds me of when I'm in the rain, you know? And it's like, oh, it's freaking... Especially like without an umbrella. Especially like when it rains suddenly, you know? When I didn't bring an umbrella. I just get freaking rained on. It sucks, you know? It's horrible. I hate it. That's why I don't like rain. Because it reminds me of, you know, when I get wet in the rain, you know? It sucks. It's not peaceful at all. I hate it. Anyway. Alright. Well, there you go. Ending for his final promise. Sad. Very sad. But at least we have a shiny stone. Can't sell it, though. You know, I was hoping to sell the stone, but I guess we can't. Because otherwise, we'll be possessed. And then... you know, and get killed by the evil spirit. Add it to bookmarks. Alright. So, we go again. Alright. So again, Kotaro is giving us his shiny rock. Daka. Kotowaru. You hold on to this, Kotaro. I won't take it. I can't let you sacrifice yourself anymore. The forest is calling me. So there's no reason for you to sacrifice yourself. Hey, Kotaro. No one comes to the archive anymore. But you've been the caretaker for years. Why? Once you found out who I was, you tried to get me to leave. Why? But then the villagers suspected me. You got worried about me and locked me in that room. Why? You were always trying to keep our promise. You did all that for me, am I right? But if that's true, then please, just stop. Just forget we ever made that promise. I'm sorry, but Kotaro, I want to protect you too. So, Kotaro, you hold on to this stone. Okay, I'll keep the stone. But while I have the stone, you have to stay here. Kotaro, don't go! I promise I'll come back. Okay. I'll keep yelling for help, so don't do anything reckless. You better come back. That's a promise. Kotaro. No time to yell for help. Help! Hello? Anyone out there? Please respond. Hello? Moshi moshi. They don't say moshi mosh. Well, maybe. I don't know. Usually when you say moshi mosh, you know, moshi moshi or whatever, it's when you pick up the phone. Do you say that when you're just saying, you know, just trying to get somebody's attention? Maybe. I'm not sure, actually. Like, is it used the same way as in English? Shiori, is that you? Miko. Hey, are you okay? And Officer Michizuki. Oh, I'm so glad. Please, get us out of here. Okay, just hold on. I'll get something to pull you out. Great. Now we can get out of here. But Kotaro's not back yet. Oh, no, he's yours. He's like, I'm back. Kotaro! Oh, thank goodness, you're okay. You know, the stone gave him an extra life, you know? Instead of just being one shot, it's like Mario, you know? It's like the after you get a mushroom. Anyway. Officer Mochizuki and Miko heard me yelling. We're gonna be okay. Kotaro? Shiori, I got it. Hurry and get up here. After that, we were able to safely escape the forest in that underground cave. Miko burst into tears as soon as she saw me, and Officer Mochizuki looked weary but relieved. Kotaro looked relieved too. He smiled even though he was clearly exhausted. As for me, I felt like the strings holding me up were suddenly cut, and all I remember was collapsing on the spot. I'm just so glad we made it out of that forest. Both Miko and Kotaro are safe. That was enough to make me happy. Then, a few days later, thanks to Officer Mochizuki's efforts and Miko talking to her parents, I was able to get through my police questioning without issue. Oh yeah, that was like a thing. Afterwards, Kotaro and Miko both insisted that I go home. The taking spirit is still looking for you. Miko looked so serious and solemn when she told me that. But I was a little hesitant, because I was still worried, obviously about Kotaro. Now that I remember my past, I felt that our promise was very important. I couldn't leave him to deal with this and suffer alone, which is why I couldn't agree with him telling me to go home. When I said that, Kotaro gave me a smile and quietly slid me a memo. You can come back after the forest is settled down. I'll contact you when you can. The message that he wrote seemed so sincere. I asked if he meant it, and he kept nodding insistently, so I had no choice but to believe him. Eventually, I decided to go home temporarily. I'll be visiting home then. I'm really worried that you'll have a hard time on your own. Alright. Since Miko really wants me to go home too. Everyone just wants to kick her out. But promise you'll let me know when things are settled down. I haven't been able to give you a proper thank you yet. Thank you so much, Kotaro. I'm so happy you remembered our promise. See you then. The train will be here soon. Kotaro? Do you remember this luminous stone? Oh yeah, it's the one you had with you before. I remember. It's why we were both able to get out of the forest. I was the one who refined this stone. Oh really? Well, that explains why it's so pretty. Luminous stones were created by a man long ago. He was selfish and used them to erase memories. Huh? He was my ancestor, and because of him and me, you were targeted by the taking spirit. Wait, Kotaro, what are you saying? It's all my fault. I don't want you to come here again. Wait, why? Kotaro? Kotaro! Just forget our promise. Ching! You know, Men in Black flashbang. Huh? Wait, what? Swing, swing. Or, I don't know, I can't make the sound with my mouth, but you know. Wait, Kotaro! Don't do this, Kotaro! I don't want to forget again. I can hear a train. I woke up thinking it was strange. Sure enough, I was on the train, but I had no idea why. I was just on an unfamiliar train heading to an unknown destination. How strange. I don't remember getting on this train. Why did I get on in the first place? I tried really hard, but I just couldn't remember. I asked the conductor who was checking tickets whether we would stop at the station near home. Apparently, this train was on a line that was pretty far from the town I lived, which meant I would have to transfer a few times in order to get home. You know, it's just kind of like a weird prank, you know? It's like, just sent her on the wrong train. Just like, I don't know. I was just more and more confused. I couldn't remember a single thing. Anyway, I just had to get home. Once I did, I would get some sleep. I had to visit my parents' grave tomorrow. I've been visiting them every day, so why did it feel like it'd been a while? I shouldn't try to dig into why this was strange. Instead, I just let my thoughts wander as I watched the scenery until I reached my stop. It felt as if I was forgetting something very important. Something that I couldn't forget no matter what. Just what was it? And how exactly did I lose it? Well, you know, if you forgot about it, then it wasn't important. Eventually, I realized that I was crying. Well, there you go. I mean, it's one of those endings, you know? Like, I feel like I see it a lot of time in RPG Maker games, you know? It's the I forgot everything ending. Alright, there you go. Ending 2, A Promise Erased. Bittersweet. Alright. Oh, that's different actually. It's, oh hey, that pretty stone. Did you make it? I see. It's so full of kindness. Stones absorb people's feelings, so someone like you can make a kind stone like that. I see. You know that, man. I'm sure that must be painful and difficult. But you didn't give up. You had something special to you. But it'll be okay. I'm sure this will all be over soon. So much time has passed. Remember this. That stone is different from others. It's sparkling, warm, and it's made with true kindness. I'm sure the departing stones, or souls rather, will feel that too. So it'll be okay. Goo goo gaga. I'm a Kanzaki. Dad and Grandpa suffered so much. The role of the village guardian needs to stop here. Sorry. I guess I'm as stubborn as you, Kotaro. Okay, so this is different. We're actually going together to face the taking spirit this time, instead of Kotaro going by himself, actually. The rock's light is getting weaker. So we need to break this rock. Oh. Kotaro, are you sure? Your sword will probably break. So it's not meant to break rocks, I feel like. It'd be better if we had like a diamond pickaxe. But unfortunately, we are not in Minecraft. What's wrong, Kotaro? Leave it to me. You need to run. Kotaro, you can't. You sacrifice yourself too much. Even Grandpa said so. Kotaro, I didn't tell you earlier, but the taking spirit showed me a dream of the man who framed her. This is just a guess from talking to the ghost children, but the man who framed her was your ancestor, wasn't he? You've been suffering all alone. I'm sorry, I had no idea. All this time, I've been living in ignorance, without knowing how much you did for me, Kotaro. So Kotaro, let me carry some of that burden. And I know exactly how it can help. I can act as a decoy and bring her to that place. Don't worry. Kotaro, you and I are both very fast runners. You know, we hold shift very well. It's really late, but let me keep my end of the promise. We made a promise, right? So let me help you, Kotaro. Let me help you destroy the luminous stone. What are they doing? Are they holding the katana together or something? It's like, you know, when you're playing golf or something. I don't know. It broke. Luminous stones are more fragile than I thought. I found you. She's here. Let's do this, Kotaro. Ready? Go! Say the game. Ah! It's like it's actual chasing. Oh! Whoa! Ah! Whoa! Promise me, my precious children. Oh, I guess I lost. Never mind. Try it again. Then go this way, and go back, and then go back this way. And then she teleports again, and say, oh, go over here. Oh, and then go, go, go. Are we here yet? Come on, let's go. Alright. She keeps teleporting everywhere. Also, when I transition to another screen, like, the game takes control from me, which is annoying. Anyway, we brought your mother. My sweet, sweet child. Hurry, hurry and come to me. Kotaro. The power of Google Gaga. Mother. 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 We're finally together. Right, I'm assuming this part is the same. Yeah, I guess I'll read it. My boy, you're my boy. It's you, my boy. My sweet, sweet boy. Finally. I finally found you, my boy. It must have been painful and difficult. I'm sorry. Mother. My beloved mother. Let's go home together. To the next life. They were reunited, mother and child. Although erasing the memories. We should go now. I think the taking spirit's fine now. Nope. The stone altar cracked. No, 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 you can't go. Mother, 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 you are a mother. You won't let you go anywhere. We're gonna eat you now. Num num num. No, this can't be. Kotaro! That stone you have, give it to me. The kindness in your stone will save us all. No, but we'll all forget and disappear. This sad, painful world will end. We'll return to the cycle and move on. Let us return. Let Mother return. Thank you. Thank you. What a kind stone. Your feelings are so warm and sparkling. Everything is okay now. Now our sadness and Mother's sins, everything will be over. Did you know? You've already been forgiven. Mother, I'm sorry. I wanted to go to the next life with you, but my memories and yours are going to disappear now. Mother, I love you. Mother, please be my mother again. They're gone. I still don't know how that unborn child is so eloquent. You know, it's like, how do you learn to speak if you haven't been born yet? You know, it's weird. Anyway, the memory's disappearing. Really is so sad. I know Mother, child, and everyone made it back safely. They made it out of this place. And next time, surely, they'll be together. At least I hope so. I'm sure that's all we can really do. Hello, is anyone there? Oh, that voice. It's Officer Mochizuki. Let's go, Kotaro. Let's go home. Officer Mochizuki and Miko. Thank goodness, I'm so glad you're okay. Shiori, what happened? The mountain seems... Hey, now's not the time to talk. Let's get out of here first. But at least you're both safe. Shiori, I'm so happy. I really sent everyone in circles. I'm sorry. Miko. I'm the one who wasn't thinking about how you felt. I'm sorry. It's okay, so don't cry. We all got home safely. Shiori, I'm so glad all my friends made it home safely. But you know, Officer Mochizuki barely listened to a word I said. That's why it took us so long to get to you. I kept telling him everything would be fine. You were unconscious up until that point. I couldn't just let you keep wandering around. Well, it's fine. Everyone was rescued. But what exactly happened in the forest? It was a bunch of stuff that I still can't even believe. And I never imagined a place like that was connected to the archive. Anyway, I'll figure out something for the report, so just play along. You know, you can't exactly say, and there were weird children ghosts that were like attacking people, and then the dead ancestor of a long past era who like kept putting people in her womb. You know, it was really weird, guys. You can't put that in the report, I guess. Okay. Sure. Also, Shiori. Yes? Thank you. And I'm sorry. I'll be sure to speak up against bringing you in for questioning too. You should be more proud of yourself. Officer Mochizuki, thank you so much. Alright. I'm gonna take Miyako and hurry back to the village. The villagers worked together and made a path to get back. Well, I'll have to do the report in a few days. I'll be back then. Miyako, let's go. Your parents are really worried about you. They've come to the station to ask about you so many times. Let's get going. I'll help you apologize. I almost forgot to tell you. The forest is safe now. I don't hear or feel anything. Everyone has been purified. Now you can stay here, or you can even live here. Nah, I know, like, you know, there's no internet here. It's like, this place is like really run down comparatively to the city. It's like not very convenient. Like, there's not even a grocery store here, you know? Anyway. Then again, the rent is probably very cheap. That might be, I don't know. Anyway. Right, Kotaro? Kotaro, once the questioning is over, I'll go home. And about the archive, don't worry about me. I remember my parents, and I have my memories back. Like Miko said, our promise with the taking spirit is over. So there's nothing tying you to this place anymore. I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused. I wasn't able to get your voice back, but thank you for always keeping our promise. For today, let's just rest. I'm sure we're both really tired. Kotaro? Yes? She. Yeah, of course. Yeah, if he got his voice back. I do wonder though, like, if you haven't been talking for so long, like, how do you even form words anymore? It's like, it's been so long, right? You don't have a lot of practice. Kotaro, your voice. What is it, Kotaro? What is it? Another memo. There's so much I want to say. Yeah. Me too. There's a lot I want to say, Kotaro. Alright, well, I guess that's the ending. I'm assuming that's the best ending. Ending 1, their promise. What are they doing? They're holding hands? Lewd. Good thing is censor is off screen. Added to bookmarks. Rain ends have been unlocked. Alright, so there's another ending you can get in this game. It's kind of like a secret ending that's exclusive to the remake, I believe. And, well, it requires you to like restart the game and then choosing all the correct choices, you know, very specific choices when you talk to Miyako and like Officer Mochizuki and everything, right? So I did that, but it seemed to have not unlocked it the first time I did it. So, you know, I wasted a lot of time, even though I followed the walkthrough and everything. So, I did what I always do. I deep dove into the game's script in like RPG Maker MV, I believe. And as it turns out, there is yet another requirement that was never listed in the walkthrough, you know? And to be fair, it's kind of like I think a fan did it, you know? It's not like it's an official walkthrough or anything. But yeah, it's like during this section right here, you're supposed to give the stone to the ghost child here. I'll just give the stone. It's like, it hurts, I'm sad, but it's okay. Now we can go home. You know, it's like, it's actually a good thing that he did that, I guess, as it turns out. So yeah, so that is a requirement. So let me just, you know, from here I'll skip to the most relevant part next. Alright, so we are back where Miyako gets caught by like a weird snake ghost thing. But this time, if you meet all the requirements, then we actually have a choice. We actually have a decision to make to return to save, or rather protect Miyako, so I'm gonna do just that. I have to go back. I have to protect Miko. can't be the only one holding a luminous stone. I can't. Alright. So let's see what's different. Miko! Please, Miko. You should be the one to keep the stone. I think, I can't remember, but... Because I was going through the dialogue really quickly. I don't know if I was just imagining things, but I think there's a slight difference in dialogue. I think Miyako mentions that she has like a luminous stone and she gave it to Shiori. I think that's one of the differences, I think. Anyway. Shiori, why did you break your promise? How could I keep it? If anything happened to you, that's not fair. Yes, humans are selfish beings. Huh? Who's that? Always breaking your promises. You ravage, you sin, but it's never enough. Screaming and always so selfish. You don't even acknowledge your betters. You sinful humans, I will devour you. Uh-oh. Where are we? Miko! Shiori? What is this place? Why are we... A snake wrapped itself around you and then... A snake? Why would a snake... I don't know, but this is the forgotten shrine of the forest. Forgotten? Yes, humans have tried to forget. What do you think these shrine dolls are? They are offerings to deceive me. Even though I mercifully accepted them, what did I get in return? Yes, the humans continue to abandon and betray me. What? Why are we... We have to get away from the taking spirit. Shiori, stop talking. I'm sure the snake is the old god of the forest. Insolent humans. Why do you think you are here? Why do you think you are running from that woman? It is all because you have betrayed me. Long ago, we lived in this forest together in harmony. But one day, the humans discovered rice and left the forest. Since then, the humans continued to steal more and more from the forest. I made it rain to protect the forest and as a reminder to the humans who left. And thus, they built a shrine and began to pray to me. They made me a promise. In exchange for quelling the raging floods, they would never step foot in the forest again and offer sacrifices in return. But that promise was eventually broken. The sacrifices became mere dolls of young girls, and once more man entered the forest for food. There's no way people would offer human sacrifices, and people went to the forest because they were hungry. Insolent humans, selfish as ever. Man has always been so. On that day, a small, scrawny woman trespassed into the forest, and so I turned myself into a little snake to give her a warning. But that woman shrieked, "Help me! Kill this snake!" Then a man who heard her shrieks cut my head off. Me, the god of the forest. It was then that I realized I could never trust you insolent humans again. No normal person would think a small snake could be a god. You know, it's funny we're like victim blaming the god of the forest. Anyway, I could not forgive that insolent woman. But as man had violated our sacred promise, I no longer had any power left in me. However, I could not let this transgression go unpunished. So I sent that man, the man who had severed my head, and foolishly fell in love with that wench. A cold, quiet whisper. To resent the woman like a venomous snake. The man's love turned into hatred, and he turned her life into a living hell. In the end, she threw herself into the pond. Humans can be so cruel, driven by such feelings of love and hate. They are foolish and horrible creatures. Wait, then the dreams I've been having ever since I came to the archive. You mean, that's the reason the taking spirit was born? Yes, indeed. But strangely enough, the man who killed the woman went mad. Wanting to erase his sins, he beat his head against a rock every night. Such a foolish, selfish, and pathetic man. I no longer had any love for humans, but I gave them one last gift. I gave the stone the power to grant a man's wish. The power to erase memories. Ecstatic, the man entered the forest and wished upon the stone. Was that the luminous stone? Luminous stone. That's what the humans call it. So all this time, the village has been suffering just for that? You think this is trivial? Those who cause harm always feign ignorance, playing the victim whenever it is convenient. The smell of foolishness contaminates the air, creating a terrible stench. That woman and that man are both the same to me. They still pretend to be victims. Even you are the same. You feel pity for those humans, but it is man who has forgotten and abandoned me. I don't know, I feel like a snake is just jealous, you know? It's like, boo-hoo. I want people to pay attention to me. I'm the snake god. Anyway. Because of this, the god of forest will fade away. And then the luminous stones too will disappear. When that day comes, you will know true suffering. I must regain my power once again. But without the luminous stones, the taking spirit will... Shiori, don't listen to what it's saying. We can't reason with a stubborn god. Without offerings, I have no power. At this rate, that woman will rule the forest. I cannot allow that to happen. I require a sacrifice. One of a young maiden. You understand, right? Don't tell me. Miko, run! Where are we? It's not the forest. You cannot escape. Because you are now inside my stomach. Okay, first it's like, first it's being stuffed in a woman's womb, and now we're in the stomach. Anyway. No way. We still have to run. Let's go, Miko. Run. But what do we do? Where can we even run? Girl, could you be a descendant of that woman? Huh? What's wrong, Shiori? I guess Miko can't hear it. It's nothing. Then do you intend to pay for your ancestors' sins? There is another way. I only require one offering. My offerings were always young girls, so I don't mind one more. But if you atone for the sins of the past, I will let your friend go. I will transform you back into a suitable offering. and then I would devour you. Shiori? Miko, I'm sorry. Could you walk in front of me? Huh? Sure, but why? I'm just scared. I get it, Shiori, no problem. I'll walk in front, so don't worry. Thank you, Miko. I see. So you have chosen to atone. Then I will accept your sacrifice. Hey, Shiori, if we make it out of this, you can rely on me even more, you know? Even if the villagers or the caretaker make you scared, I'll always back you up. Yeah. Even if you go back to the city, I promise I'll follow you. So, you don't have to take on everything yourself. Yeah. Thank you, Miko. You know, this snake god is kind of sus. Like, you know, he only eats young girls, and then he de-ages Shiori to even younger. I don't know, man. Anyway, Shiori, why does your voice suddenly sound younger? Oh, we turned into a little doll. What the heck? Shiori? Shiori? Shiori, what happened? I'm sorry, Miko. Why? Yes, good. Once I devour you, I will regain my strength. I will also devour that woman who threatens the forest. Once I do, this tragedy will all come to an end. It'll all end. No, please don't take Shiori away. I don't care if you're supposed to be some snake god. Just stop it, please. Shiori put an end to everything. But now, Shiori won't be coming back. It's getting rid of all the ghosts. The god of the forest has returned. She. Oh, okay, it just ends there. Alright. Kind of like I mean, I guess it, you know, fixed things, quote unquote, but like, yeah, that was kind of like a bad ending, you know, like, I feel like, you know, like we just kind of replaced the main antagonist with just a bigger antagonist. It's the freaking, like, old god, you know, that will probably demand more sacrifices in the future, you know, otherwise it'll cause more floods. I don't know, man. We just swap bad guys. Which in hindsight makes things less satisfying, to be honest, because if this snake god was the true one that, like, you know, was the true kind of, like, source or origin of how things became so fucked up, you know, basically. You know, because it like convinced the stonemason to, like, you know, frame the woman in the first place and everything. Then yeah, it's like kind of like the forest god's fault, you know? But like in this ending, which is a secret ending, things don't turn out so well. Everything's just kind of tragic. You know, Shiori gets sacrificed. And everything changes, you know? It's like the forest is still probably dangerous, you know? It's like, it's not great still. But there you go, that's a secret ending. I'm actually doing this, like after the fact, you know? After I did everything in the game, I couldn't get the secret ending, so I stopped and then just, like, did everything else. So this is actually after I've already finished everything. But I'll probably edit it in, so, like, it's, you know, right before I do the epilogue, I guess. But yeah, so there you go. Rain ends! Alright. I'm just gonna do the epilogue. Let's see, what's the epilogue like? Please enter your name. I don't know. Slider, sure. Every year, in the prefecture of Azakawa Village, holds a festival that began as part of one of their legends. In order to study this festival, we got on a train bound for Azakawa Village. I'm just like a transparent ghost. Good. The timetable is posted here, but very few trains are still running. Do we take the bus? Do we wait 3 hours here again and just no bus comes in? Oh, here's the officer. You there, are you perhaps waiting for the bus? The buses aren't in service anymore. That sign should have been taken down. Are you by chance going to Azakawa Village? I see. So you came to research the festival. Perfect. I'm heading there now. Get in, I'll give you a ride. Ah, before that, just in case, can you tell me your name? No. Slider. Got it. Alright, let's get going then. I don't know why it's like... Why is it like that? Anyway. No, it's okay. It's getting pretty common lately. It's not a bad thing for the village to be vibrant and lively. We're here. This is Azakawa Village. The festival starts in the evening, but what do you do until then? What? You didn't even know that the festival was in the evening? Well, do you have a place to stay? Ah, I see. This village is really rural, so there aren't any inns around here. If you got no place to stay, go to the Azakawa Village Archive. The village uses the archive for emergency accommodations. The caretaker isn't too friendly, but you won't be alone, so don't worry. Anyway, I'll let them know about you. Why don't you take a look around first? But I suggest you go to the archive before sunset, though. It's the festival today, so they might close the archive early. Okay, so this is kind of like, I guess, a little after story, I'm assuming. Them youngins these days have no energy or no fun. What, after all that happened, you wanna play matchmaker again? Yeah, sure do. How about set up those two? You know, that caretaker of the archive, the lass who's staying there? They're the same age, right? Well, their relationship is none of your business. Or none of my business, but as childhood friends, they should start there first. So act your age instead of some nosy schoolgirl. Besides, I doubt they appreciate it. Oh, you're no fun, Doc. In that case, how about I find a wife for you? I already have a Shiori, so no thank you. Oh, Shiori? Who's that, Doc? Don't tell me, you mean you're a cow? What's the matter to you? Stop bothering me and get out of here. Okay. Time to go to the archive. This yukata is so nice, can I really borrow it? Sure, this pattern will look great on you. I'll need to thank your parents again. Don't worry about it, they told me to bring it for you. My parents have been so doting? I should not have pronounced that. Doting? Ever since that happened. They have. But you're really amazing, Miko. You even taught me how to put it on. It's no big deal, since it's not that hard. While we're here, we're just eavesdropping. Totally not a weirdo. Huh? Who are you? Oh, are you a visitor? But it doesn't look like you're from here. Well, you see, I'm the god of this world. Or, well, maybe not god. I guess the god would be the developer. So you came to research the festival. Slider. I don't know, why is it written like that? I guess it's because normally it would be in Japanese, right? And I guess written like that, because this is like Japanese text, I think. But like in English, if that makes sense. They're using English letters and Japanese font for some reason. It's weird. But you didn't know but you didn't know there were no hotels in the village. Just like me. Shiori, Slider, the caretaker is calling for you. Oh, he's still... I thought he could speak now. He's still giving me a memo. Officer Mochizuki contacted me. If you're going to stay, then follow archive rules. Hey, Mr. Caretaker, you can stop with the memos now. Just make yourself at home. I guess he's just... yeah, he's still using them. But he gave permission, right? And this year has been so weird. I can't believe someone besides Shiori would come stay here. Yeah, it makes us feel like friends already. The self-insert character, you know, of the player. We're like best friends. My childhood memories of the Azakawa Village festival are actually really fuzzy, so I'm actually really excited for it. Don't get your hopes up, Shiori. The festival is much more plain than you're expecting. What time does the festival start? We can go anytime once this evening. I actually never liked the festival much before. It had gloomy origins, so I thought it was weird. By the way, we were just like, you know, just like standing over here, just listening, it's like a weirdo. But we solved the mystery now. The vengeful ghosts, their regrets, pain, and suffering just kept repeating over and over. And it was the same for the taking spirit. Yeah. So I was really surprised that they all disappeared just like that. But that happened because you and the caretaker sent the taking spirit to where she really belongs. Now I finally understand whose soul this festival is sending off. So I'm way more excited for the festival than last year. And this year you're here too. Miko. Yeah, let's go see the festival together. Great. Alright, if we go early, we can get there right when it starts. It's not like there's really a proper start time or anything. But Shiori, you seem restless today. You're that interested in the festival? Well, yeah. My childhood memories of the Azakawa Village festival are so fuzzy, so I'm happy I can go again. Oh, right. You really were once from Azakawa Village. It's still weird to think about that. Huh, is it? Well, city people like you are pretty rare around here. I don't think the villagers are that different. You're totally different. Maybe you just change once you leave for the city. Then I've got a chance if I go to the city too. A chance. Are you going to the festival on your own? Okay, so you look around the village during the festival. I thought we could go together, but you must be busy. But if you see us around, don't be a stranger. Just like... For the most part though, I have very low presence. I can just stand in front of these people while they have a conversation and they just see past me. There's even people there who want to research a festival. Are you here because you're interested in horror? And you really shouldn't expect much. There's nothing like that here anymore. But I guess you can still have fun. The festival will be cheerful this year. Hello. Your room is on the 3rd floor. Don't stay out too late. Enjoy your stay. Sorry, I'm not used to talking. Okay, that's funny. Alright. Festival time! Time to go to the festival! Seriously, what are they doing? The two of them went to the forest and haven't come back. Shiori is leaving soon, so maybe they had something important to talk about. And nothing's wrong with the forest anymore, right? Yeah, totally no, like, evil demons anymore. Totally. Yeah, but... And they told us to go on ahead, right? What about bears, though? You know, what happens if they, unceremoniously just get attacked by a bear? You know, bears are no joke. They're really scary if you, piss them off. I'm fine by myself, so why do you have to go with me? It's a festival, so why do I need a chaperone? If you feel that way, then you should clean up your act. Anyway, just cheer up so we can go, Miyako. Oh, right. Can you go check on them? Hey, you can't just ask people to do that. Well, I'd be intruding if I went. Slider can pretend to be lost and go check on them. Don't listen to Miyako. Come on, let's just go. Fine. Alright, let me go in the spooky forest real quick. What is it, Kotaro? Let me just eavesdrop on this couple real quick. I was scared because I thought the forest was calling. But it doesn't seem as scary anymore. Did you want to talk about something? Oh, a memo again. Don't come back to the village. We shouldn't see each other again. Kotaro, why are you saying this? Is it because I caused so many problems for you? Then why? I think I related to that man. I don't want to cause any more misfortune. Kotaro, look at me. Do you remember what that child said? He said that the stone you made was full of kindness. That's because you're a kind person, Kotaro. After all, you're you. Besides, even if you tell me that, I won't make promises anymore. Promise or not, I'll come back again and again. But if you really just don't like me, then you look me in the eye and tell me to my face. Unless you do that, I'll keep doing what I want. Okay, she. Good. I don't know what I'd do if saying that didn't work. Hey, Kotaro, let's go to the festival together. Okay, well, I'm here, by the way, just awkwardly, listening in. I don't know. Again, I'm just a creep, I don't know. I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? Festival time. Gee, Shiori's taking forever. Oh, it's a tiny boring festival, right? Don't say I didn't tell you so. It's night but so bright. No fun. Now you'll fall like that. Don't go running away from your father again. Good, the festival's progressing without any trouble. Welcome! These accessories are made using stones found only in our village. They're very rarely valuable, you can only buy them here. Oh, do they glow? Well, there aren't any stones that glow anymore, but they still work. They're sure to bring you happiness. Come on, get one and love something for yourself. Okay, these are fake stones. They don't make them like they used to anymore. Don't worry, Yukata looks great. It really does. Wait, did Miko say something again? Well... Oh. Hey, are you here to start something again? Ever since you called her ugly, you always been really self-conscious. Just for the record, you guys were mean to me first. Hey, you better watch your mouth. Yeah, apologize. Stop, I really am ugly. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have called you ugly. Your personality still sucks, but your face isn't that bad. Okay, it's passive-aggressive. Okay, I'm done. That's the only apology you're getting. Miko, sorry for the wait. Shiori, you took forever. Oh, you're from before. Is everything okay? It's fine, we just made up. Did you? I don't know, it's kind of like half-assed. Anyway. Let's go, Shiori. Okay. Miyako Sakuma actually apologized. That was so weird. Are you okay? I'm really not ugly, am I? No, you aren't. You're super cute, yo. Right? Miko said it, so it must be true. Okay. Miko, you really apologized to those girls from before? Only because I had to, since I really hurt her. Okay. You know, I should apologize to you too. Huh? I said some really mean things to you too, and I helped the caretaker lock you in the archive. Don't even worry about it. I am, though. I'll be graduating middle school in a year and a half. Miko, what do you mean by that? Shiori. When I'm in high school, you'll still be in the city, right? Yeah. Once I graduate, I'll leave the village and go there with you. So wait for me. Huh. What? Do you hate Azakawa Village? No, I don't. I just want to eat crepes with you, Shiori. Oh, okay. I'll be waiting. Oh, by the way, where did the caretaker go? He went to talk to Officer Michizuki. Well, he never was the type to come to the festival. I guess that's the next destination. I can't wait for you to graduate, but I want to do this again too. You like the festival that much? Well, you really want to come. I wonder if city festivals have different stalls than us. How about we go to the one near my house next time? Huh, can we? I'd love to see a city festival. Oh, and Kotaro should come with us. I don't know about taking the caretaker to the city. I just can't imagine it. It's giving me goosebumps. Is he that intimidating? Alright, so okay, I guess that's it for the little festival. Oh, hey, Kotaro. As we just kind of are off to the side, just listening in. Well, it looks like the festival hasn't had any issues so far. With all that's happened recently, it's kind of a relief. For a moment, I thought things might have gone further downhill. But I'm glad that everything with Shiori in the archive has calmed down. I heard Miyako's father talked about it at a meeting. After the incident, Miyako went to her parents in tears. So her father launched an investigation that debunked the officials' claims. The idea of revitalizing the village with a resort was ridiculous anyway. All the effort you guys put in really paid off. When I asked Shiori to turn herself in, I wasn't exactly proud of myself. It's true, I did. Even Miyako did a better job than me. I'm sure Shiori was also going through a lot, but because of that, the village came together that day. Even Yokahata went to the general store for help while soaking wet from the rain. And so Mrs. Umimoto went to gather the youth group. I heard Town Hall is going to commend the youth group for their efforts. And all the villagers who came were grateful to Shiori too. She really is something. I see why Miyako is so attached to her. She has always been amazing. Alright, you should go back to the girls and enjoy the festival. Ah, I almost forgot. The old doctor was looking for you and Shiori. Interesting. Huh, Miyako, I thought you'd be with Shiori? I'll meet up with her later. For now, I think she and Kotaro need some time alone. Oh, that's right. They were childhood friends. They really do get along with each other. You think? I still find it weird. The caretaker's so gloomy, how can he get along with Shiori? But they're both nice people, right? Old childhood friends reuniting in a rural village. It just sounds so nice. Wow, you really do sound like an old man. Miyako. Okay. You really are like Stealth 100, by the way. Just walking around, you're just invisible, naturally. Oh, it's you two. You're always together when you visit. How about it? Care for a drink? We were told that you had something to talk to us about. Ah, yes, that's right. The way you jumped from the second floor of the archive. I was worried if you're doing okay. Oh, I'm fine, really. Perfectly healthy. Oh, that's good. I see that you get your recklessness from your father, though. I must apologize for not telling you everything. I thought it was better for you to not know the details. Same goes for the caretaker, too. So you were actually worried about us, huh? But now I'll tell you anything you want to know. For example, about how your parents came here on a date, calling each other those embarrassing nicknames. Kotaro, you can ignore all of this, okay? So, were you able to find closure for your parents? Yes. There were many times when I felt lost or sad. But I think I was able to face my parents' feelings and my own, too. For a young miss like yourself, you did really well. And you, Kotaro, you're able to speak now, right? If you can, then at least let me hear you say a few words. You've been my doctor for all these years. Thank you. So that's what your voice sounds like now, huh? I only remember your voice when you were a wee boy. You sound like a fine young lad now. Perhaps life will be easier now that your voice is back. From now on, you should try living the life that you want to live. So, do you have anything that you like to do? Kotaro, I'm curious too. But, again with the notes. I want to make a book for the archive. Kotaro, do you mean? I see. You seem to know what he means. What kind of book? A book about the truth behind the taking spirit, right? I don't know what you kids saw in that forest, but there's nothing wrong with doing what you think needs to be done. Well, today's a festival after all. You kids should take your time, relax, and have some fun. Also, I'm here? Oh, do you want a drink too? I guess not. Oh, there's these two. I really am just stalking these people, by the way. Anyway, I can't believe you're the daughter of the Kanzaki family. I was the one who made the clock to commemorate your birth. I read about it in Mom's letter. But I'm surprised the photo studio owner would also make clocks. It's a good clock, right? Your parents custom ordered it. I can't make one of a luminous stone pendulum like that anymore. What kind of stall are you running? Take a good look. I didn't have plans to help with the festival this year. Since you're here, let me show you what I have in the back. Whoa, what pretty accessories. Kotaro, you've always liked this stuff, right? Oh, I didn't expect the archive caretaker to be interested in these. I'd never seen him react like that before. Oh, this one. Is it made with luminous stone? Or, is she saying that? Is it made with luminous stone? They stopped glowing last week for some reason, though. But they're still valuable. Refining luminous stones is difficult. They look like the accessories you make, Kotaro. Wait, you make accessories like this? There isn't anyone from the village who can refine stone anymore. And the luminous stone supply is dwindling too. Which is why I'm looking for someone who can make accessories. Could you show me your work later? Oh, I was just thinking of starting an accessory business. One that can take custom orders if possible. Wow, Kotaro, that's great. He wants to hire you. You have a job now. You know, I guess he had a job before, but I feel like he wasn't really paid to do it. I guess he inherited those. I don't know how that works. Anyway, when he was a kid, he always said he wants to make. He said he always wanted to make accessories. All right, I'll be visiting the archive later then. We'll be in touch. Great. Oh, I have control. ... Oh, are you thinking of a design? I was right. Slider! How was it? Are you enjoying the festival? Also, you want to join up with us later? Just let us know if you do. Oh, here's the Three Stooges, by the way. Hey, are we done? I'm just here to make sure the students don't get too wild at the festival. Oh, come on, aren't you going back to the city soon? Yeah, he's right. And you didn't spend any time with us. Shouldn't you watch your daughter? She'll run off again. That's what I'm saying. This is the fourth time your daughter is running away from the house. You're a horrible father. Anyway, I'm sorry, but like he's just horrible. Actually, about that, after that day, Ayako just stopped running off, so I don't worry about it. I guess now he sleeps soundly after my night shifts. Plus, my grandpa's looking after Ayako today. You sure about that? They might both get lost. Oh, if that happens, we'll just ask Shiori for help again. I still can't believe it. She really is Shiori Kanzaki. I didn't recognize her at all. She sure grew up. Hey, do you think Shiori's into me at all? What are you talking about? What is this? Is it going to be like a repeat of, you know, the Taking Spears? I mean, that's messed up anyway. You drank too much, haven't you? Quit it and stay away from Ayako too. I stay away from Ayako? What does that mean? Hey, I was just kidding. Maki, you haven't even touched your drink. Oh, stop. This is why I hate country folk. Then why you pick Azakawa Village for your training? I even came to help that day. And Ayako too. Yeah, you really do care about the village. Oh, I know. It's a love-hate relationship, right? You Sundara? Wow, Yokahata, you actually said something smart for once. Huh? What are you talking about? Ah, forget it. Let's just drink. Yeah, it's the festival today. Okay. I don't know if it's a mistranslation or not, but he mentions how someone died. I remember this guy said, the trainee teacher said something about how like someone died and how like he's not going to let it happen ever again. So I'm not sure what that is referring to still. My theory is that maybe it's Kotaro's father, right? Because that's the only person I can think of that died, at least in the village, right? A lot of parents keep dying, by the way. You know, I'm thinking like Shiori in the beginning, you know, her parents died in the car crash. But you know, Kotaro's father died. I think her mom died like before that in some way. I think it was like sickness though. I can't remember. Anyway, but he mentioned that, right? So I think it's in relation to that, or something else. I'm not sure. Or it could be a mistranslation. I don't know. Anyway. This is why it feels like the countryside never changes. I didn't think you guys would actually go help. It was raining so hard. You say something, Tamaki? Just drink up. Okay, well, good for them, I guess. Anything new at the shrine? Oh. Alright, we should head home soon. Huh, already? Yes, it's getting very late. But I still have this flower. Oh, excuse me, you there. Can you take this flower? Here we go. We could actually go into the child-eating cave this year. And when we did, someone had left flowers. I told you, I picked them and gave them to everyone. I just thought it'd be nice if we all left flowers. Right, so will you accept this flower too? I have no choice. I can't reject this flower. Thank you. The mountain is so beautiful now. I'm sure our future festivals will all be peaceful too now. Festivals are so fun. I know the next one will be too, and the next one and the next one. You have accepted the flower to offer. Hey, where did Slider go? You know, again, it looks so weird. Don't know, maybe they went inside. We bought flowers, so we should all go together. Yep, sure feels like summer. I can't wait. Hey, don't space out, Mr. Caretaker. Go with Shiori to get a slider. Let's go, Kotaro. And thus, we are still transparent and have no identity. We're simply the self-insert of the player. And somehow insert ourselves, just like an OC like fan fiction kind of thing, you know? Like every time someone writes fan fiction, it's so thinly veiled, where like they just put themselves like a different character as like an OC into the world of like a video game or like a movie or whatever, like anime that they like, and it's just so like cheesy, you know? It's like, anyway, all right, I guess that's it. At the time of recording this, I technically didn't do the secret ending yet, but I'll probably do that off screen and edit it in the video, most likely. I gotta say though, it is annoying because I did a whole thing where like I initially tried to get the secret ending, and I think I did everything right, but I still couldn't get it the first time, so I guess I'll just have to do that again off screen. So that's a little, I'm a little salty about that. But hopefully, you know, I'll be able to do it later. But there you go. That's the game. I'll just give my final thoughts here as the credits roll. It's not really long credits though, so it's probably just gonna be a menu really soon. But basically, let's see. So, how do I feel about this game? Overall, I mean, it's good. I don't know if it's worth the price though, to be honest. It's like, I've played, and this is not a fair comparison, but I play like cheaper games or even free games that are kind of better than this, to be honest. In my opinion, anyway. Like, in my preference, anyway. There you go. Ending. No need for promises. You know, the player, by the way, is still not here. They're still invisible. They just have no presence. That's the in my head. That's the canonical reason why they're like so ghostly. They're just so unimportant that they barely even appear in the world. They don't even appear in photos. Anyway, hey, added the bookmarks. But there you go. What was I trying to say? Yeah, but basically this game is alright. I wouldn't say it's the best. But let me just say like what's good about it. I mean, for one, the graphics. I do like the graphics and everything. They're very like, you know, like Game Boy Advance sprite art, you know, which is really good. I like the little portraits, a lot of like little expressions, you know. I actually like the little pictures. I wish there was more though. I wish there was more like full like art CGs, you know. Maybe that's asking for too much, but I do kind of wish there's more like, you know, like just full on drawings that we can see. I don't know. I mean, it's fine. What else? I like the music, even though I think some of it is just public domain. If I could be wrong, but I think so. But I like it anyway. You know, I don't know. The sound design as well. Some of it is like, you know, I definitely when. I mean, some of it's kind of cheesy to me, honestly, like when there's like baby crying or whatever, or like baby noises. But other times it kind of fits well, actually. Like whenever there's like the whole screen is like being attacked, I guess you're being assaulted by the taking spirit, it's all red and everything. There's like that music that actually makes me uncomfortable, but it works, so it fits really well. But let's see. Anything else? I mean, generally, I don't mind the characters. I actually do like how, you know, there's like the characters do have, you know, some backstory to them. There's a little bit of tragedy here and there, a little bit of character growth, and everything. I guess the number one thing what I like about this game definitely is the mystery. I think they did the mystery well for the most part. Like, there's a lot of foreshadowing, there's a lot of hints. Piecing the story together is actually, you know, it does require a little bit of thinking of it, you know? Even though they give a lot of like explanation at the end, you still gotta think about it. You know, it's funny because it's actually really dark, right? The true like plot of this game involving the origins of the taking spirit is like really dark when you think about it. Because what really happened, basically, you know, like the folklore is like wrong, basically. It's just a myth. What really happened is that it was like a love triangle, right? There's like this stonemason that made a deal with like a snake spirit, I guess. Something like that. Actually, I don't know. Did they make the deal after or before? But either way, what happened is basically they saved a woman in the village, right? From like a snake spirit or some kind of snake god, a forest god, I think. And then the guy fell in love with this woman. However, this woman rejected him because she was already married, as it turns out, and she wasn't really into NTR. So the guy got really pissed off. And went full incel, I guess. I don't know, is that the right word? I'm not sure, but and like, you know, set up a whole like evil plot to like frame her husband and everything, you know, and to blame it all on her, basically, right? Apparently, like the whole village was starving because thieves have been stealing rice or whatever. And of course, the one time that they're supposed to be taking care of the rice, the husband got caught stealing. And, you know, maybe he was tricked. I'm not sure. It wasn't really explained all that well. It was kind of like explained really briefly through like dreams, you know, that Shiori had. But basically, he was caught, and then I guess I'm assuming executed, and then the wife was imprisoned. And apparently, this village has some kind of torture chamber. I don't know what it is exactly. I don't know if it was condoned by the village or not. And there was like multiple cells. So I'm assuming it's like a village prison. It's not just like one person. It's like for multiple people. It's just a thing they did to criminals, which I guess is not super unrealistic because back then people were like really like horrible, you know. So that's why we know so much about like torture devices, right? Because criminals were definitely, you know, treated not very well back then. You know, there's no such thing as human rights, I guess, back then. I don't know. But yeah, like she was like branded as a criminal. Obviously, even though she didn't do anything wrong, she, you know, still got caught and like, you know, sent to like this horrible torture prison, and like probably like, you know, horribly like physically disfigured or something. And I think it was implied like multiple times, you know, apparently her, like because of the whole obsession of like children, obviously her unborn child was killed. I'm not exactly sure how, but you know, I guess they did something and killed it. And like, I mean, that's already horrible in itself. But it was also implied, I think, that she was forced to give birth to even more children, right? And like by the dude that like, you know, framed her, right? And like imprisoned her in the first place, I think. I think that's what happened. It's really messed up. Really dark. Like many children, you know? I don't know. At least as from what I understand from the little dream sequences that Shiori had, that's what happened. And then eventually, after being tortured for so much, I think the guy, you know, the evil man, you know, finally let her out, but just to like mock her, I guess, and to like to kill her maybe, and like put her in front of the lake, and to show that all the kids that she gave birth to, he just drowned them in the lake. Like what the heck? But I don't know, that's what he did apparently. And then finally she snapped and like declared like a curse on the village and then drowned herself, I guess. And I don't know, that apparently that's how it works, because you know, once you do that, she became like a scary like ghost demon that, you know, legitimately started like kidnapping children in like this weird twisted way to like save them, supposedly, because the village was, you know, was the origin of all of her suffering. I think eventually the evil man, you know, the stonemason or whatever, I think eventually he passed away. I don't know. We found some notes, I think, from Kotaro's little hideout. I can't remember if he regretted it or not. Maybe, I think so. But either way, it doesn't matter, because he just dies, just passes away, I guess. There's no justice in that, I guess. But, you know, many years later, you know, it became a whole, like, folklore myth thing. Oh, yeah, and there was also, apparently, like, I think the Kanzaki family, who were supposedly the village guardians, you know, had access to these stones, and they used these stones to, like, you know, scare away the demon or whatever. And even though they didn't have any supernatural powers, you know, they became the designated people who like protect the village from the spirits, even though they knew the secret of what actually happened. But I guess most of it didn't know, I'm assuming. I'm not sure exactly, but anyway. But that's what happened. That's the origin of it. And of course, then the game, you know, then this modern time and a bunch of other stuff happened. But yeah. Again, really dark actually. The origin of her spirit is actually pretty dark. Which is funny, because here's some of my criticisms of the game. Because what I didn't like about the game is definitely kind of like the beginning part, to be honest. You know, like a lot of tension and all like the urgency of the game just isn't really there. It just kind of felt like Harvest Moon, you know, especially in Chapter 2. And, you know, even though it's optional, and I imagine it was added in this specific remake, you know, because I never played the original. But, like, in the remake, they added a whole bunch of, like, side objectives, like fishing, I'm assuming, and, like, you know, doing favors for the villagers. It just kind of felt like meandering, you know? It didn't really add much to the plot, I feel like, you know? In my opinion, anyway. So it just kind of felt like a lot of filler, a lot of fat that didn't really need to be there. And of course, you know, you don't have to do them, it's optional, but as the player, especially if you're playing blind, you know, you just kind of like follow whatever the game kind of tells you. So, I don't know, like I just kind of did whatever the game expected me to do. But yeah, it just ends up just elongating the game with no good reason. You know, it just felt like didn't really add much to the actual horror element, right? Because that's what I'm expecting from this RPG Maker horror game, kind of like the horror element. They didn't really get to that part until the very end, in Chapter 3. You know, maybe even the second half of Chapter 3, really. Like even in chapter 1, like they even did like a little bit of like a kind of like a parody, you know, like a parody or like a satire of like horror maker games, right? Like or horror RPG maker games, because you go into like a dark house, you know, you have a little flashlight, you're walking around, and like, oh no, there's a guy with glowing swords who may or may not murder you or whatever, right? I feel like it was kind of a parody, but even that, you know, because even though I was playing blind, I kind of knew that there wasn't real danger, right? Because you kind of already knew who the guy with glowing sword is just from looking at the game art, you know, the cover page. It clearly shows, you know, the guy with a katana. So, you know, it's kind of already obvious that you're not actually in danger, and that's my biggest gripe, really. It never really feels like your character is in like a you know in a space where there's actually any urgency, at least narratively anyway, right? It feels like slice of life, you know, which I don't know. I guess if you don't mind that, I guess it's fine. But I definitely much prefer from beginning to end, at least, to have that kind of atmosphere where like it's spooky, where it's like a horror game, you know, and stuff like that. It doesn't need to be like right, like, you know, it doesn't have to be like right off the bat, you know, like a monster's gonna murder you or anything, but at least a building of tension, you know, like something that makes it feel like a character is actually, you know, a little bit in danger. It doesn't feel like that, to be honest. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but especially in the whole village part, where like they're like suspicious of you and everything, but it only lasts like 10 seconds, and like suddenly they're like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, I understand, you know, a story needs levity. Is that the right word? It's like, you know, there needs to be some parts where it's like not all like scary and like horrible all the time, you know. There needs to be like ups and downs in the story, but I do feel like this game didn't really do much of the horror part until the very end, you know. Like, again, I didn't mind the mystery, but like, most of the time it just kind of felt like we were just going from place to place without much, like, again, much danger, you know. Shiori just kind of like was just kind of like, oh, just hanging out, you know. It's like, I don't know. Again, it might depend on preference, but I would have preferred a lot of the horror parts to be a little bit earlier, you know. Anyway, but that's just how I feel about the game. I'm definitely much more critical than usual, even though I am actually pretty critical in general. I always have a really, you know, whenever I don't really love a game, I always have so much like criticisms. I don't know, but I feel less. How do you say? I feel more justified in my criticisms because this is a paid game. This is like almost $20, at least in Canadian dollars, anyway. So like, I don't know. I gotta get my money's worth, okay? I feel like the criticisms are valid. Oh yeah, another thing is definitely translation. One more thing I want to mention is the translation. For the most part, it's okay, but definitely a little sloppy at the end, and you know, some localization problems. I feel like just a couple. I mean, the number one thing I would change is definitely the main antagonist, right? The Taking Spirit. Kind of a lame name, you know. I mentioned it in the beginning, but like, kind of a lame name. I wish it was like a little bit scary. You know, the name should have been better. Like, it's translated really literally. And probably in Japanese, you know, the taking, you know, probably sounds scarier, right? It probably has a different meaning. But like in English, it doesn't have that same cultural meaning, I feel like, right? So it needs to be something else. I don't know what it would be, but I don't know. I feel like it should have been a different name. I don't know, like the child eating spirit. I mean, even the child eating cave, now that sounds scary, right? So like the spirit itself, like, should be called something else. Even though it's not exactly the same, I don't know, like the drowning child demon. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't sound right, but I don't know. It needs to be better. I feel like it's too literal, you know. And that's always like a debate, you know, whether or not you should localize or should you keep the original meaning and everything. There's always like pros and cons, but I do feel like you do need to localize some of the meaning because, you know, part of like language is also cultural context. And if you don't translate that context, you might not get the same tone, you know, of the word itself in a different language. So I feel like it's important. It's important to localize. Obviously, you can go too far and call like, I don't know, like rice balls, like jelly donuts, you know, or whatever. That's the joke or the meme. But you know, I do feel like you do need to localize a little bit, you know, to keep the original tone of the of the translation. But anyway, but yeah, I mean that's the game. That's the Forest of Drizzling Rain. That was alright. You know, it's funny because I'm biased because I don't want to say it's like horrible. At the same time, it's like I spent money on it, so like I'm definitely more, definitely more critical. So, I don't know. It's alright. I liked it enough, but definitely, ironically, maybe I would have liked the original more. You know, even though the original might not have the better graphics, I think it's shorter and actually I might like the pacing more. Oh well. Either way, this is the version that I played, and you know, this will be the one that I will remember. So there you go. What do I usually say at the end of playthroughs? Well, I mean, I guess if you didn't know, you know, if you're watching the VOD or like the video, then if you didn't know, I stream these games live. So you can check out my YouTube channel and click subscribe. Change the notification bell from personalized to all to get notified when I go live. You can also follow my Twitch as well, because I stream to both platforms. And you can also check out all my other playthroughs on the YouTube channel as well. Well, there you go. Thanks for watching. Until next time, see you then.